Um, Welcome to TEFOS. Welcome, compassionate and proactive parents and teachers and therapists, and anybody who's interested in helping struggling students with executive function. I am going to be doing a bit of a screen share today, and I am starting the 10 days to TEFOS. So I tried to do this the other day. I did a bunch of takes, didn't work right. So I ended up deleting it. I know some of you saw it, but basically what I'm doing is I'm doing 10 days to TEFOS. So we have TEFOS, the Executive Function Online Summit, coming August 5th. And each day I am doing a video with a strategy. So today's strategy right here, let me screen share that again. So we got the 10 days to TEFOS, 10 ways to support your child's executive function. Phenomenal for back to school time. Check out executivefunction.com. And what we're going to look at today is relationship and connection. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies. Today, each day I'm going to do a topic, but today's topic of the 10 days is relationship and connection. So if your child is struggling with executive function, the first video I wanted to start off with here today was about relationship and connection. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies, 3 specific things you can do to build relationship and connection. The reason this is so important is because when we're trying to help these students, we have to have relationship, we have to have connection. And so often the things that we do, even though our intentions are good, so often the things that we do are not building relationship. And it's actually making it harder, and we're trying to be helpful, but it's not landing. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies that will help build that. Here we go. So 3 strategies today. The first strategy that I'm going to talk about is called the 3-to-1 rule. And the benefits of doing what I call the 3-to-1 rule is that your child feels more seen by you, more heard, more noticed. Okay. And what the 3-to-1 rule is, this is something that I've been teaching families for years. This is something that in my practice working with students is so key, is using this sort of a strategy. But what it is the idea is you give 3 positives to every 1 perceived negative. Now, one of our speakers, Karen Tui Boys, she talks about how kids hear like 20 to 40 negatives to every 1 positive. And can you imagine if you're a child who struggles with executive function, ADHD, how many negatives they hear? Don't do this, don't do that. No, 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 that's not right. Like, stop doing this. There's so many, pick up this, make sure to do that, and just so many things where they don't really feel seen or heard or noticed. And so often these students will say, nobody notices how hard I try, nobody sees the things I am doing right. They say things like that. So the 3-to-1 rule says we try, if there's a 20 to 40 negatives to every 1 positive, the point of this is an easy way to remember 3-to-1, try to do 3 positives to every 1 negative, perceived negative. Now, it could be 1-to-1, and that could be a huge improvement over 40-to-1, right? Or 1 to 40. So it could be 1 positive to 1 negative, but the point is we're trying to really notice our kids, notice what where their effort is, what they're trying, what they are doing well, what they're awesome at, how incredible they are. The point is, with point B there is it has to be sincere. We're not making stuff up. We're really noticing, hey, I just noticed you did this. That was really awesome. I just noticed this. And really, there's a term, catch them being good, really looking for these things. So that's number 1. The strategy for relationship building to really help them feel seen, heard, and noticed is the 3-to-1 rule. Now, the second one that I'm going to mention here, I'll screen share real quick for you. So we have the 3-to-1 rule. And the second one is play. Play. The second strategy for building relationship and building connection is play. Playing with your child, even if you have a young adult. Play just means enjoying your time together, not talking about school, not talking about heavy things, like taking time to remember to be present and play. No cell phones, like play, engage. Whether that's playing music together, whether that's dancing together, sports together, hiking together, fun things together where you're connecting over something that's fun, something that's playful, something that's enjoyable. Okay, play. So strategy number 2 is play. But the thing that I put in here, 1 is the benefits are fun. It's just fun, but it helps connection so much because we can get so in the weeds about what has to be done. But next I talk about presence. So again, turning off the phone, being really present, really being there. And third, schedule it. Schedule it. Why? Because our lives are so busy. So we want to schedule in the play, whether it's daily, whether it's weekly, whether it's weekly excursions with your child. I don't care what age, it's like taking time to really connect and do something fun often. Get it in the planner so you don't miss it. The time is fleeting, it goes by so fast, don't miss it. And then the next one that I'm going to show you here, I'll show you part of it and then I'll show you the rest in a minute. But the third one is daily check-ins. And the benefits of daily check-ins is depth. And so a daily check-in is that ideally we have a way where we really check in a deep way. So we have the fun, we have the noticing them, but there's also this, in building relationship, this need for depth, for daily connection to find out what's really going on. Maybe nothing is really going on, nothing deep, but to take the time. Now, one of the easiest ways to do this is a temperature check called a high-low. There's lots of different ways to do temperature checks or check-ins, but a high-low is what's your high and what's your low. In fact, you right here, you can watch this and you can stop and think, what is your high today so far? What's your low today? What's the best thing about today? What's the worst thing about today so far? And then when you ask your child this, say, cool, tell me more. Tell me more about that high. Tell me more about that low, and really listen. So what I put here is, one, is that the benefit is depth. Two, there's the high low. Three, there's something called reflective listening. Reflective listening is where they say, here's my high, here's my low, and you're reflecting back. So what you're telling me is your high is this and your low is this. The reflective listening is really important for a couple of reasons. One, it helps people really feel heard and seen more on a deeper level. Two, the reflective listening allows you to see if you're really understanding. So often we human beings project our own interpretations of things on people and miss what's really going on. So this reflective listening allows you to get more clarity as to what actually is really going on. And then I also have here, use open-ended questions when you're doing the check-in. So things like, hey, how can I support you? So your kiddo says, okay, here's my high, here's my low. And you're like, well, how can I support you with that low? How can I help you with the high? How can I support you? And then saying, what do you need or want from me? An open-ended question. What do you need or want from me? So often as the adult, we have the solutions. We think we, know what needs to be said. And we often don't allow them time and space, real holding space for them to really share. But asking, how can I support you? What do you need or want from me? So those are the three. Let me get this back here and recap this real quick. So we have relationship and connection strategies, 3 strategies, the 3-to-1 rule. Benefits are really helping them feel noticed and being sincere when we're saying what those positives are, those 3 positives. Play, fun and connection, being present during play, and get it in the calendar, schedule it, don't forget. And 3, daily check-ins every single day, getting deeper and figuring out what's really going on. The high-low is a great way to do it. Use reflective listening, use open-ended questions, and really give that time for listening. If you like what we're doing here at TEFOS Executive Function Summit, please snag the URL executivefunctionsummit.com and share it with some people right this second. Share it in some Facebook groups with anybody you want who might benefit from this. And each day I'm going to be doing one of these videos. So there is your first one. If you enjoyed that, let me know what you thought in the comments below. What came up for you? What other ideas might you have for building relationship and connection? What works with you? And let us have some of your insights. And can't wait to see you on TEFOS. It's an amazing lineup. I just finished one more recording today. I may have a couple more, but I'm almost done. My head has been spinning. It's been a lot getting this together. So grateful for my team. So grateful for all of you people. A lot of people have been signing up and sharing it. And there's a lot of momentum happening. Super exciting time of year. I can't wait to present this to you. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you soon.